Hi, I'm Chris, and today I'm going to be talking about how to set up a basic compound light microscope like this one. By the end of the video you should know how to properly adjust the eyepieces, how to adjust the focus and the magnification, and also how to set up the illumination system to give you the best view of your slide. So let's start by looking at the components of the microscope. At the top you have the eyepieces. Below them are the 4 objective lenses. Each of these lenses magnifies the image by a different amount. Underneath the objectives is the stage where you put your slide. There's a slide holder here. The stage controls are at the side here, which move the slide around the stage. At the back of the microscope there are the focusing controls. There's coarse focus and also a fine focus control. Underneath the stage is a condenser system which is adjusted height-wise here. That focuses the light on your slide from below, and at the very base is an in-base illumination system. The first thing you need to do is turn on the light. This is done with the control at the bottom here. This turns the light on, and also, by turning it round, increases the intensity of the light. Avoid turning it right up to its fullest brightness to start off with, because it might be very bright when you first look down the eyepieces. The light is focused on the slide from below by this condenser lens here. Within the condenser lens system is this iris diaphragm, which is adjusted by the lever at the front. And this achieves something very important. I can demonstrate what adjusting the condenser iris diaphragm achieves with this piece of paper. You can see here there's a cone of light coming up from the condenser lens, and this is the cone of light that is going into the objective lens above. With the lever at the front here you can adjust the size of this cone of light, and each time you change the objective lens it's important to make this adjustment so all of that light is going into the lens. So let's look at how to set up the illumination system to examine a slide. First of all, you need to adjust the height of the condenser lens system using the control that I showed you earlier. Bring the condenser lens right up to its highest level and then bring it down just a fraction to get it to the optimum level. Now you need to adjust the iris diaphragm lever. To do this you must remove one of the eyepieces and look down the tube. You can see a circle of brightness down there. Close the iris diaphragm down as far as it will go, and you'll see that circle of brightness turns into a small spot. Then open it back up again until it just stops getting any bigger. You can just see the edges of the diaphragm around the edge of that circle of brightness. Then you can return the eyepiece and look at your slide. Light is turned on with this control here, which also adjusts the brightness. Be careful to make sure you don't first of all turn the light up to its very brightest level, because it might damage your eyes when you first look down the eyepieces. The light is focused on the slide from below by the condenser lens system, which has a height adjustment here. It also contains an iris diaphragm, an opening, which is controlled by this lever here at the front. Here's a prepared slide that we're going to look at. Put it on the stage of the microscope and clip it in place, like so. To move the slide around the stage, you can use the stage controls like this. Adjust the distance between the eyepieces so that when you look through them you see a single image. Now we're ready to focus the microscope. It's best to start off with a low power objective. At the moment this is on the ×45, quite a high one. You can read this number from the side of the lens. We're now using the ×4 objective lens. To focus the image you have coarse focusing control here to get it roughly in focus, and then fine focusing control here for fine adjustment. If you have a microscope with 2 eyepieces like this one, make sure that each eyepiece is showing you a focused image. Do this by first looking down just one eyepiece and using the main focusing controls to get good focus, and then look down the other eyepiece which has its own focus adjustment here and carry out fine adjustment looking down it with just the other eye. You should now have an in-focus image of your slide. If you want to move to a higher magnification, first of all use the stage controls to move the feature of interest to the centre of the field of view. Then move the objective lens around. In this case to the 10 times lens. Each time you change magnification, you'll need to slightly readjust the fine focus and also readjust the iris diaphragm. So in summary then, everything you need to do to set up a light microscope: turn on the light source, adjust the condenser system to the appropriate height, put a slide on the stage and clip it into place. Make sure you start off on a low power objective lens. Focus the image, adjust focus on the eyepiece, and when you want to move to a higher magnification, move to the next objective lens, refocus, and also readjust the illumination system.